Horrible monster. Burst into flame.
The difference between what's pretend and what's real.
God burst into flame. Horrible God flames.
Welcome to another escape route stream. Oh boy. Let's get started on the live stream, and then I can keep everyone up to date on what's happening in the weird life that is my life. Without further ado, how do I look? It's dark. I'll probably get away with it. So. Damnation the Third, huge fornicating weapon release. Welcome, Vlad. Right. Volume level, good. Chat, good. Pop out chat. Chat popped out. Pop out chat. Increased in signs. Okay, we're good. Hey everyone, how's it going? So, Doom 3 BFG. This re-release of Doom 3 for the Xbox 360 includes the Resurrection of Evil? I think it's called? Expansion? As well as new versions of Doom 1 and 2. And modifications to the Doom 3 campaign. Yeah, Resurrection of Evil, okay, great. Improvements to the original Doom 3 campaign include
the Union Aerospace Corporation is the
do I want to
largest
play on this
corporate
difficulty?
entity in existence. Originally focused on weapon and defense
One of the major improvements is that you now carry your flashlight at all times. You don't have to switch between flashlight and gun, which a lot of people say destroys the pace of Doom 3. And they're correct, it does. However, it also makes the game way more playable. How's it going, Johnny? Increased ammo, health, and armor pickups. Alright, so playing on hard is fine. So day. Chad is not showing up on the overlay. Ah, Jesus Christ. Deny your maker. Wow, 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 wow. I am the man in my box asshole.
Mars approach, Dark Star with
yeah, the chat isn't showing. What
Roger,
the
Darkstar. Descend to
fuck
2000, set speed.
is
Contact
that?
26972. Roger that, tower.
Was today your first day? So,
We have them on radar,
no,
sir.
I decided not to go to work. I decided not to take that job. And now I'm in a situation where that might bite me in the ass, but I'm going to stand up for myself on this one. So, my potential employer told me at the end of my induction that my first day was Monday and my start time was 5 a.m.
Welcome back.
After the induction, I was sent an email which gave me my log on to the dashboard for the company, and the dashboard said my first day was Tuesday,
I can't
tomorrow.
believe it's come to this. I didn't want to come here. He left you no choice. True.
So,
This is the last
does this
time.
game not have subtitles?
I'm tired of running damage
So,
control every time he makes a mess.
I'm like, okay,
Right. You're the
I will
control.
email this
If
fella
that fails, I'm
and
the
find out what the
damage.
situation is. So I
That
emailed
what
this
it
fella on
takes.
Saturday,
But Kruger is going to start
and I said,
things our way.
what am I working?
Say, counselor.
When is my first day? You know, system says a different date and time to what I was told at induction. And I got no response all weekend. No response all weekend. Oh my god, turning brightness up does nothing. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll go by what the system says. System says it's Tuesday. So I won't go to work on the Monday because I'm told that it's Tuesday's my start day. I haven't signed a contract yet. So
Welcome to Mars City.
today,
Union
I wake up,
Aerospace's premier research facility.
nobody has attempted to
You have
phone
sent
me.
process
There's nothing in my
transfer
recent
directly to reception.
call log, because even on Do Not Disturb, I would get a message in my call logs to say somebody attempted to phone me.
Welcome to
So nobody
Mars,
attempted to
Marine.
phone me.
I'm gonna need you to step on one of those
So I
red
wake up.
squares on the floor for a biopsy.
Shortly after I wake
This'll
up,
only take
there's
a
an
second.
email through with my contract to sign by email. So it's like, okay,
Shuttle Delta
clearly
4, preparing for departure.
I wasn't meant to be at work today because I've only just received my contract
Only makes the test take longer.
sort of late morning.
All right, bioscan looks good. You're
So
clear,
I sign my contract and send that back. Which I probably shouldn't have done in hindsight, considering I decided to quit. I signed my contract and I sent it off.
This facility
And I
serves
spoke
as
to
the
this lady who
central
had sent
hub
my
for all
contract.
Attention.
I said,
Directed
so do you have any idea when my
Report to
first day
Central
is meant to be?
Administration.
And
safety and well-being of all employees.
she said, no, I have no idea. You need to contact the person related to the site.
Always see corporate procedures at
So I sent an email back to her saying, okay, well, I hope so-and-so gets in touch with me soon.
aware of what you and others are doing. If you
5 minutes later, I get an email from so-and-so saying, you were supposed to be there at 5 a.m. You were told at induction that your first day was Monday, and it was 5 a.m. on Monday, and you were told and you should have been there.
work habitats, recreational facilities.
Are we going to see you at 2:30 tomorrow morning?
This ensures our goal of providing a true home away from home
So
experience for
I'm starting to think, well, hold on, I've been screwed around by these people several times now. It's been poor communication. This person only just got back to me on Monday morning after my start time. Yeah, it's a night's job. It's a night's job. That's part of the reason why I've ultimately decided to walk from it. Because I've realized that me and nights do not get on.
Mars. First time?
And they're being so sort of acerbic
Okay. There's a
in
few
their
things
communication
we
with
need to
me.
take care of first. This is your
I
personal data
can
assistant.
only
You'll
assume that
need
once
this
I'm
to
working
access all
there,
secure areas.
they will
Gain clearance
continue
for
to be
any
acerbic
security zones. It'll download
and
directly.
sharp
It's important,
with me.
so don't lose it.
And
I see
I
here that Sergeant
don't want that.
Kelly has requested your immediate
so
attention.
I messaged my
Head
work
directly
coach
to Marine Command.
and said,
Just that way.
look,
Follow
here's the
signs.
situation I'm in. I'm not feeling... Look at the clerk screen for a while. You're going to start playing Gallagher. I have proceeded from flight on board directly to Marine Command at... Well, kudos to them for having him type something out, but I can't read it. Other two UAC repo went to reference room at Betruga's request. Supplemental, I would also like to add that this new transfer is exceedingly pure. He has hovered over me, reading everything that I type. Oh dear. Guilty as charged. So I got in touch with my work coach and said, here's the situation I'm in. I feel like I'm being screwed around by this employer. I have, you know, I've applied for this role because I was under the impression I had to apply for everything that was available that I can feasibly do. That ended up with me applying for a job that is not for me, and I actually regret applying for this particular role. To which my work coach, bless her, she's trying to do everything she can to stop me from getting sanctioned. I'm going to get sanctioned. I just know I am. She's trying to do everything to stop me from getting sanctioned. Like, is nights the problem? Is traveling the problem? We can maybe sort you out with a bike. It's like, bless her. She's trying to do everything she can to stop me getting sanctioned. I'm going to get sanctioned. So, I'm like, fuck it. My dad's here. I'm like, okay, Dad, lay it to me straight. You know, I know what the answer is already, because you're a great guy. Not exactly what I said to him, but I know what the answer is already, but I just need this confirmed. Whatever decision I make, you'll be 100% behind me.
Let's go.
And he said, yes, son. I'm like, I'm going to walk away from this night's job. He's like, okay. You'll need to make a list of pros and cons. Make sure that you're, you know, doing the right thing. It's like, I'm saying to him, look, it doesn't feel right to me. I've applied for this because, you know, I was under the impression I needed to apply for everything, but all I've done is I've set myself up to fail, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, I guess that's the situation I'm in currently. I think I got the achievement for playing Turkey Puncher. I think I played this back when this came out. Yeah, Dad's supportive as fuck. Mum's supportive, so... While I'm low on cash, my brother has offered to pay for driving lessons. Score 25,000 on Super Turbo Turkey Puncher. Sorry, I've already got that achievement. We're not going to sit here and play Turbo Turkey Puncher, because that's the only achievement I've got.
Shifts. I hear ya. Ah, someone new.
Very Half-Life 2. This area. Billy Goat Burger. Oh, Turbo Turkey Puncher. I want to point out something about this, actually. So, watch the jibs that come out of the turkey. That jib animation is an unused one from Doom 1 and 2. And we didn't even know that was a recycled asset until the Doom 1 and 2 remaster that came out a couple of weeks ago, where it was included in the id vault. Scare me, scare me, scare me. Scare me. Scare me. Oh, is that not this toilet? Is that not this toilet?
What's overloading them so much?
So yeah, that's the situation I'm in. I expect that I'll probably get sanctioned and or my claim closed. So that's either money stopped for a month or potentially universal credit closed for good. In which case, things are going to change around here, i.e. more live streams, more video content, becoming someone that does odd jobs for people, gonna start applying to literally every YouTube channel under the sun that needs a video editor. I know that Wicked Wiz is currently looking for a video editor. I might throw a Hail Mary in the ring. There's hundreds of people that are better at that than me, but you know, once my brother and I, we're our project takes off, you know, I won't need to look for work after that because, you know, that's going to be the big one. That's going to be the big one that sets us up for life. I'm getting lost. I'm like one of them Valve playtesters. Wicked Wiz is in What Went Wrong. Yeah, that guy. He's looking for video editors at the moment.
Took your sweet time, Marine? Now, here's the situation. Another member of the science team's gone missing. Since you're the ranking FNG, you get to find him. I want you to check out the old decommissioned comm facility. We heard he might be heading that way. The only way there is through the service passage under Mars.
If I'm looking for work on my own terms, I don't have to apply for everything that I can feasibly do. If I'm applying for jobs I actually care about,
when you find him,
I'm gonna put all the effort in to applying correctly. I'm gonna put all the effort in to making the covering letters that really stand out, you know.
When you complete your mission, report back here. Move out.
I don't think I'll be completing my mission. I think a zombie outbreak is gonna happen here on Mars. So remember Doom 3 on original Xbox looking almost as good as this. If you have like a Xbox VGA cable. It looks almost this good. It's from that era of everything having a bump map texture, so everything like has that sheen. I like that. I miss that. Like Phantom Dust is another game that everything just has that bump map sheen. It's glorious.
About the quality of life of its employees. Please take advantage of our quality medical care services.
But you know, I've never beaten this. I've tried so many times to beat this. I'm pretty sure I live streamed this many years ago on PC, and I fought there's a spider boss. I fought a spider boss. Then after that, there's a bit where you have to like surface walk, and there's oxygen, and that bit really pissed me off, and I stopped playing after that. I see. Hold on, Vlad. Did you buy a channel membership? Because I'm seeing a channel membership icon next to you now. You don't have to do that just for me. But thank you. I appreciate it. Maybe. I'll be pushing it hard. In the Bleach video, everybody who's a channel member is going to get mentioned in the channel member. In like a channel member section at the end of the video. I think something that I can do as a live stream that might be fun is going through my YouTube dashboard, comments that I have not responded to, sort by date oldest, and then just doing a live stream where I respond to comments for like an hour or 2 hours. Thank you, I appreciate it. I really do. Thinking about doing a live stream where I respond to comments for 2 hours.
I'm gonna need you to grab some armor and secure your pistol.
Yeah,
before I
give
can
me
pass
the
it through
stuff.
security. Okay, grab your gear.
Well, the other stuff too.
Now you're ready for combat.
Ah.
Let me do a
Please be Bakeru. No. A toxic job can erode confidence. Wow, LinkedIn, are you listening to me?
Excellent. Good signal.
I think LinkedIn is listening to me.
Looks like you've been assigned the decommissioned comm facility. Just follow the main passage through the underground junction and straight out. We'll
Ah.
have quick evac.
No iron
Much
sights in
better
this?
way to see the Martian surface
No.
than to run across it.
No iron
Okay,
sights.
you're all set. Oh yeah, keep in mind, civilians are working down here. Don't get excited and shoot any.
Don't get excited and shoot civilians. What if Mr. Doomarine actually did go mad and shoot all the people? Maybe, you know, what if John was zombie? What would we do then? BFG also removed a gimmick segment in Resurrection of Evil. There was an oxygen tank sewer section. Now it's just a sewer section. Oh, so this basically is the ultimate remaster.
You're looking for the scientist, right? I'm not sure you want to find him. You see... never mind.
Never mind. Okay. Never mind. I'm just going to get a fucking soda. You do you, fella.
Listen, Scotty. I've done
This is one dark game, though. If I recall correctly, there was a mod for Quake 2 that tried to recreate this lighting. I want to say it was called Tenebrae, but I could be well off. If I want to get all the collectibles, I might play through again on easy. Because then, you know, I can sort of take my time. I'm just hoping for some nice, you know, super violent gunplay. Sure do. Sure do have a habit of sneaking up on people.
Hey, you're that new guy headed for the old comm center, right? You better hustle up, pal. This passage doesn't go all the way there. You'll have a quick walk outside to the center's airlock. Hey, don't sweat it. Your suit's got...
I don't remember having to walk on the surface at the start of Doom 3. To be fair, my memory of the start is sort of hazy. Yeah, the flashlight having a battery is not great, but I understand the reasoning being that because now you can have it on at any time. Like, I get it. I guess everything that was done in this remaster was to kind of tie it in a little bit with sort of like Half-Life 2. The way Half-Life 2 stuff works. So, like, I'm just glad that your flashlight isn't tied to your sprint. Unlike Half-Life 2. Auxiliary power.
This is Sergeant Kelly. You need to double time it down there. Search your assigned area and haul your ass back to Mars City. Out.
I'm so glad it's not tied to the sprint. There were mods for this to add VR support, and I thought about it. But ultimately, Xbox Gamer Score won over on me.
No, please. You must let me get this communication out. They have to be warned while there is still time. I can't let... You don't know what I've seen. You can't possibly understand or comprehend. The devil is real. I know. I built his cage.
I'm getting abnormal readings here. This is bad.
God!
We can't hold these levels. We're losing it!
Eh? Yo, check it out. They lost souls. Saving. That breaks immersion. That does. That like straight up breaks immersion.
Fall back to Marine HQ to regroup.
Okay, Paul Iding sound alike.
I say again, fall back to Marine HQ and await further orders.
Punch, punch, punch. I can't imagine that's even remotely effective. Engine was made mostly by one dude. It's true. So ERB, for this year, 2 Transformers games is rumored. Like, remakes of classic Transformers games? Like, remasters? Do you reckon we're getting, like, a Cybertron collection? That would annoy me a little, just because I have both of those on Xbox 360 already. Yeah, didn't Microsoft pick up Activision, and didn't Activision have Transformers video game rights?
Command HQ, this is Fire Team 4. We are pinned down in Alpha Labs. Command HQ, this is Fire Team 2. Main power systems down in sub-level. Backup and life support systems only. We've got lots of civilian casualties. It's a mess. Command HQ, attempting to secure the area.
Right. Trying to punch zombies is probably a bad shout. Xbox was reported to try and get Marvel Alliance and Deadpool onto Game Pass. Deadpool on Game Pass would be nice. A Deadpool re-release in general would be nice. That's one of those games I won't pick up physical, because it's way too much money. I think I'm happy with it on my RGH console. I'll probably get around to playing it at some point. There's an achievement in that game for making it through the whole game without getting rid of Deadpool's pistols. So without switching weapons. I'd be willing to give that a go.
All units, this is Sergeant
See if I could
by an unknown enemy force.
do that.
Fall back to Marine HQ to regroup.
Raven's Wolverine. I am so mad with myself for having already got the 1000 game score in that, because it means I have no reason to play through it again. It's a great game, but it's not a play through it again just for fun kind of game. Like, it's not that interesting. It's a good game. I like Raven's Wolverine very much, but it's not good enough to play through again without a good reason.
Squad leaders give sit reps. Over.
So if they like re-released it on Xbox One and Series with, I don't know, remaster, I'd have a reason to play through it again. Yeah, now I've played Wolfenstein 2009, I don't think I'll need to ever play it again. I did enjoy it very much, but you know, it's far from like the best shooter I've played. It's far from the best shooter I've played of that era, I think. I would probably give that to like Medal of Honor European Assault, personally, for like best shooter I've played of that era. Or Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Call of Duty 4. Yeah, Wolfenstein's pretty fucking solid. It's just, you know, there are other games I'd much sooner play from that era, and, you know, one of them's COD 4.
All units, this is Command HQ. Report directly to Marine Headquarters and await further orders.
Medal of Honor European Assault is very good. Have you played European Assault, lad? Is that a lost soul? Oh my god, where am I getting hit from? Fucker! Damn, he was hiding in a little shitty alcove. Maybe picking hard was a bad idea. It's a good one. So, European Assault's interesting feature is that the mission changes while you're playing it. So, you have your core mission criteria, which is like storm the church and save the allies or whatever. And that's like your basic mission. But then you'll be walking around and you find something that you can blow up, and then it will say, you know, extra mission, blow up the thing. So there's also a weird sort of life system in it, where you get multiple lives, and you can collect them. Kind of like a platformer. It's very surreal. But it has all that fantastic peek and lean shooting as well, that I absolutely love. When you say Activision was redlining them, what does that mean in relation to unions? Is that like not hiring them because they were union? Because there's a lot of that going on in voice acting at the moment. People actively going out of their way to avoid hiring union talent. And I mean, they're well within their right to choose not to hire union talent. But it does kind of paint a picture that you're probably not trustworthy. Because it's kind of like admitting, hey, we don't want to pay you what's fair. The shotgun, you want to be up in their business. Yeah, I'm aware that the spread is really shit on the shotgun, so you need to be like really close to deal any sort of damage. I remember LGR commenting on that in his review. He did a review of this game after, you know, whatever anniversary it was. He said he liked how punchy the shotgun was. fire. Oh, the imp! I remember. Yeah. Classic. This shot. Who's scared? Not me. I got this under control. Yeah, the imps aren't terrifying as long as you, yeah, get right up in their grill. This isn't quite so scary now. Don't have any of the codes for these restricted things. Mojang has recently patched Minecraft, which worries mod creators that a certain patch can destroy mods. Basically, they're concerned that people are installing, you know, Minecraft Janny mod or whatever it's called. For the record, I have tried that mod out, and it's not that great. It's not that great. I could see some, like, horny teenager, like, getting off on it. Ah, that'll be it. It'll be microtransactions. Now that you've mentioned a monetary element. Well, what's the Arthur Conan Doyle quote? Once you remove all other options, whatever's left, no matter how strange, must be the truth. Yeah. Well, once you've exhausted all other possibilities, what you're left with is mods are doing things that microtransactions do, but for free. Are there manual saves in this version? Yes, there are. Yeah, Creation Club is a way of, like, monetizing mods. I'm surprised they didn't monetize the mods in Doom 1 and 2 remastered. Because they easily could have. Supplies, locked, 023. I don't think I've picked up something that gives me that code. I mean, when I was trying to play this back in the day, like, back in, like, 2009, being like, wow, I don't like this at all. I remember just looking up all the locker codes. Because they don't change.
This is Sergeant Kelly. We don't know what we're up against. Repeat, we have negative ID on the assailing force. They're mean SOBs. You don't have a clear path back to HQ. Stock up on ammo, establish a stronghold, and keep them at bay.
Oh, Tiny Pixels who do the Hello Neighbor IP. I was super excited about Microsoft picking up some great IPs, and then the way they have treated those IPs has basically had me going, you know what? Maybe those people who were skeptical had a point. Romero would have had their ass if they put a price on Sigil. Well, that's the thing. Be like, oh, Romero, if you want Sigil on here, you'll have to charge for it. Galvanized or steel?
Command HQ, this is Bravo team. We've got one man down and several wounded. We are incoming and need medical on station stats. Command HQ, this is Fire Team 2. The monorail track is destroyed. Unable to secure safe transportation back to base. Over.
Roger that, Fire Team 2. Fall back to the nearest station and set up a TP there. Out.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared. Hopefully he wasn't a good guy. I kind of just assumed he was a bad guy. Which I know. When you assume something, you make an ass out of you and me. I probably shouldn't have assumed he was a bad guy. But I killed him anyway. Fuck me! The shotgunners are bad news! Shotgunners are bad news.
All units, this is Sergeant Kelly. Fall back to Marine HQ and await further orders.
In the face. Remaster Ramirez Daikatana. Right, so I've always said, don't remake good games. Remake flawed games. Games that had potential that didn't meet the potential. Daikatana is a perfect example of a game that is not bad. Okay, it's a game that's not great. But it had plenty of potential. Daikatana by Night Dive. Yeah, I can see that. Night Dive would do a very good job, I think, with Daikatana. That would work. Wonder why Lego Harry Potter Collection will release.
Marine units. This is Sergeant Kelly.
I am wondering why that collection is even coming out. It seems kind of unnecessary. Like, were people clamoring for Lego Harry Potter Remastered? Doesn't it seem a bit early? Like, to be remastering that? I know that game is like something like 15 years old. Okay, I get that. Like, it's not exactly a spring chicken game, first. But yeah, it's got to be just because Hogwarts Legacy sold fairly okay-ish. But apparently nowhere near okay-ish enough, because they've said, oh, we're just going to focus on games as service now.
Started changing. It was crazy. I was working up here on the vent shafts.
A Daikatana re-released by Night Dive that includes an emulated version of the Game Boy Color game.
No way. I'm staying up here. It's the only safe place.
Real safe up here. Daikatana 64. No. We're good. Remaster the PC version. I.e. the one that actually has potential to be good. And provide the Game Boy Color version as a bonus. Yeah, if the Lego Harry Potter collection was done Skywalker Saga style, where you can play through each of the movies, you can go to the Forbidden Forest in movie 1, go to the Forbidden Forest in movie 3, you know. And the levels and areas were adapted for that. You know, I think that would be, like, way better. I'd probably be excited to play it. But because it's, you know, it's the game I've already played. Is there a toggle? That's it for game options. There's no, like, toggle. Really? I can't toggle crouch. Oh, that's bad. Let me toggle it. Having to walk around crouched by keeping the stick held in? No fun. Yeah, it looks like Traveler's Tales is, like, not going to be doing Lego stuff from now on. Because otherwise it would be them on the remaster, right? Not unless they're involved on some secret Lego project we don't know about. I mean, it's possible. But I don't think so.
Command HQ, this is Specialist Wilson. My team is gone.
Like, if we're getting Lego Harry Potter remastered, are we gonna get...
This is Sergeant Kelly.
Are we gonna get Lego Batman remastered? Are we gonna get... You know... Lego Lord of the Rings remastered? At what point will they stop re-releasing games that already look fine and are already available on modern platforms? At what point will they stop re-releasing stuff that's already out and start, I don't know, making new games again? Good robot. There's no need to remaster games that are fine. There is no need to remake games that are fine. Like, the Resident Evil 4 remake is really good, right? Like, it's a really good game. But I lost interest in it. The reason why I lost interest in it was because Resident Evil 4 didn't need a remake. So the whole time I'm playing it, I'm like, oh man, this just makes me want to play Resident Evil 4. You know, it's not like Resident Evil 4 was a, you know, a fresh experience that I hadn't played it in a while. You know, I had just been playing it on Quest. So it wasn't even like a case of, wow, Resident Evil 4, I haven't played that in a long time. Ooh, it's nice to have a remastered of it. No, I'd been playing it fairly recently. So I didn't even have the freshness of, you know, a remaster as, like, an excuse to get into it. Sin remaster. Oh, like, Sin as in, that first-person shooter I played. Sin Gold. I like that. There was an annoying bit that I got stuck on. It wasn't clear the solution. But now that I know that that's gonna happen, if I played through Sin now, I know not to make the same mistake again. There's a bit where you need to escape from an area, there's like a bomb or a fire or something. You need to escape. And you can run up a wooden beam. And I didn't realise it at the time. And I got stuck there, and I'm like, wow, this is dumb. And I had to look it up, and I'm like, wow, this is dumb. This is stupid. But, fuck me! You know, the whole, like, Capcom saying PC mods are cheating, Like, it just comes across as petty. Like, they're admitting that their Resident Evil 4 remaster / remake is nowhere near as good as the fan-made remaster project for Resident Evil 4. It's like admitting that their product is inferior.
All remaining
Or
units, this is Sergeant Kelly.
they're saying
I'm
that
unable to reach
theirs
Mars
cannot
City from my
compete.
current position. Move to Marine HQ to regroup and await further orders.
And that's funny to me. That they're admitting that theirs cannot compete with a fan-made improvement patch.
I thought I was the only one still alive. I can't believe I found you. Something happened. I don't know what. It was like a shockwave. It passed through the entire base. People started changing. It was crazy. I was working up here on the vent shafts. I don't know how I survived. Go for help.
I posted something in news for you, ERB, since you're playing a Doom game. What did you post? So look.
No way. I'm staying up here. It's the only safe place.
Bethesda removes Margaret Thatcher Doom mod. Oh, come on. Whatever happened to freedom of speech? I always think, if you want to grow or be loved in the East, Japan, etc., you need to stay away from censoring stuff. Ain't that the truth?
Be careful. I don't know what's in there.
You know, there's a whole bunch of, like, partying yobbos outside yelling. I wonder if they're coming up on the mic. I think they are a little bit. Yeah, if there's a place Margaret Thatcher would be, it is hell. So, it... You know, the Doom mod is, if anything, it's accurate. Oh, that's the way I came. Free speech in Britpong, ain't that the truth? Make a tweet someone doesn't like, you get a knock on the door. Do you have a license for that tweet? He doesn't have a license for that tweet. Get him. Ow. Hey, sushi. It's bloody marvellous, isn't it? What's marvellous, isn't it? That they got rid of my Margaret Thatcher mod for Doom? Not allowed to play Margaret Thatcher Doom? Yeah, there's nothing stopping you downloading the WAD and launching it yourself. I assume you can do that with the new remastered versions. Yeah? That you can still, like, download a Doom mod and play it, right? Otherwise, you know... You know, if they're doing that to mods you download and install manually, like WAD files that you launch, that's definitely not on. Oh my fuck. That was close. What's that? Kill an enemy with 1 HP remaining. Fucking hell. Well, that's a fresh achievement then.
My team is gone. They're all dead. I'm running blind here. What are my orders? Over.
Specialist Wilson, this is
The orders are to suck dick. Over.
Look to your last known RP and fortify your position. You'll find you.
I just feel like the armor doesn't work very well on hard. Like, it's not minimizing the amount of damage I take. Let me see if I can find some health laying around. I think Captain Marvelous was from Gakaiga. Captain Marvelous? Captain Bloody Marvelous? Oh, Captain Bloody Marvelous comes in here, thinks he's all that. I'll tell you, that Captain Bloody Marvelous, can't trust that man. It absorbs less and less damage per difficulty. I think so, yeah. I shouldn't have picked hard. This is one of those games where I don't think you can change the difficulty part way through. I know I should have picked normal. There's still time. If I start over now, you know, while I'm this early in... Where'd he come from? Difficulty? Ladies and gentlemen, let's jump on to normal. Let's jump on to normal.
The Union Aerospace
I'm doing it.
Corporation is the largest corporate entity in existence.
Can't skip.
Originally focused on weapon and defense contracts.
Wow.
New ventures have expanded into biological research, space exploration, and other scientific endeavors.
Well then,
Limited
I guess
funds
we're watching
and
the
the
intro
ability
again.
To engage in research outside of moral and legal obligations, the UAC controls the most advanced technology ever conceived.
I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. Ooh. Veteran and Nightmare armor absorbs 20%. Right, okay. Normally it's 40%. Yeah. I basically figured that the armor was not working. And I see that's a difficulty-related thing. I was kind of hoping you would try to ready my gibberish talk. Oi, you git, your radar needs more DACA to squash them demon boys, yeah. What are you doing? Like, are you doing, like Rude Boy? I get, your radar need more DACA to squash them demon boys, yeah. Like that. Was that? You go down there and you tell Melendez boys that if he has problem with me, I go come squash that blood clot. Like that.
63, passing through 38,000. Roger, Darkstar. Descend 2,000, set speed.
ERB, do you ever want to be named in the game like ERB's The Elder Scrolls? Do you mean like ERB's Battlegrounds?
Excellent.
See
that Counselor Swan is sent directly to me.
I do have designs on making an ACO themed platformer, but it wouldn't be like Escape Route British's ACO's Adventure. It would be like ACO's Adventure.
We've got you, Darkstar. You are set for lockdown.
British Origin, that's what orcs tend to be like. British Hooligan. British Hooligan. The Pear and Elderflower Scrolls. I love it. I'll buy an entire case.
I can't believe it's come to this. I didn't want to come here.
He left you no choice.
True, but this is the last time. I'm tired of running damage control every time he makes a mess.
Right.
Right.
It would be nice if I could skip this.
And if that fails, I'm the damage.
If that's what it takes, the Kruger is going to start doing things our way.
Whatever you say, Counselor.
Welcome to Mars.
Welcome to Mars City.
Speedrun, speedrun, speedrun. You know, I'm technically a speedrunner. You know, I had the world record time in Time Ramicide. Retroactively.
On one of those red squares on the port for bioscan. This will only take a second. Okay, let me get.
I'm thinking about speedrunning Bakeru. When that drops tomorrow.
Hold still. Moving around only makes the test take longer.
I'm really hoping that Keymailer comes through
Right, bioscan looks
for
good.
that.
You're cleared for
Because, you know. I don't want to say that I'm, you know, responsible for that game being the success it was.
First time? You can just leave your bag there.
But I kind of am responsible in a way for that game being so successful outside of Japan, because
this is your personal data assistant. You'll need this to access all secure areas.
I was involved in the English translation patch.
Download directly. It's important, so don't lose it.
Not like majorly, but I was involved with it. So,
that Sergeant Kelly has requested your
just out of
immediate
curiosity, was Doom 3 released on OG Xbox? Yes, it was. Resurrection of Evil was released as well as a standalone release, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm fairly certain that's correct.
This ensures our goal of providing a true
Mars City is a smoke-free facility.
A smoke-free facility?
I'm here because there seems to be some.
You see Star Wars Outlaws? I want to play it so bad. I basically put a beg tweet out on Twitter.
I've been authorized by the board to
There was like, oh man, my 3.4K subscribers would really like to see this game. And the guy, you know, on Ubisoft support is just like, well, here's a link to subscribe to the Ubisoft Pass. It's like, either completely unaware of what I was doing, or being deliberately facetious because I was key begging. I assume the latter. Just fine. I'll play it, you know, in a year and a half's time when it's like 80% off on Steam, or, you know. Is this a spooky stream and a 360 degrees of boredom stream at the same time? Yes. This is Spooky Streams. And Spooky Streams, if it's a 360 title, I just use the 360 degrees branding because that's already set up. I'm streaming from the office, so because the Xbox 360's in here, it's the easiest way of doing it. Right, this way. Monorail! What's it called? Monorail! Monorail! Mono dope!
Excuse me. I don't think I've seen you before. You must be a replacement for one of the guys we lost.
One of the guys we lost? What does that mean? Yo, is that Prono? Not only is that Prono, there's a Doom guy there as well. I swear there's an Easter egg where, like, I get a jump scare, but it's not happening.
Yeah, I saw those suits arrive too.
Attention, Dr. Braddock. Please report to Environment Management Office 4 Alpha.
Yeah. On it. Nah. Hmm? Can't enter the infirmary. Marine HQ. I ran past this once. Right, this time I'm not going to get my ass kicked. Earlier, were you talking about censorship and Twitter and stuff? Always. It's normal Star Wars setting, breaking like context, canon, shattering. Yeah, nobody seems to care much about canon anymore. At the same time, the people who say canon gets in the way of creativity and just telling an interesting story, I kind of see where they're coming from as well. My argument for respecting canon is if you're making something zany, stupid, and off the wall, and it's of a serious property, then by all means disregard canon, have fun, do something silly. But if you're making something that is at all meant to be taken seriously by people who enjoy the source material, do not break canon.
Attention UAC personnel. Interested in earning more credit?
Comic books, it's easy. You don't have to worry about canon, because there's Earth 256, Earth 249, Earth 72BA, / 385 over 2 days, duodecim. You know, like, there's a billion canons, so you don't have to worry about it. Just fire it out of any of them.
Cares about the quality of life of its employees.
Kickstarter scam vids. Do you have any... Do you perhaps know who Richard Garrett is? Is that the person who tried to make a squeezy pump for peanut butter? Because I learned about that recently. I watched a Kickstarter video about some guy who tried to make a peanut butter pump. Richard Garrett sounds like someone I should know from the video game industry. Does that mean they can make Luke Skywalker a comic about him going to a chippy and eating fish and chips? Well, they made a Indiana Jones comic where Indiana Jones finds the remains of C-3PO and R2-D2, or he finds the remains of the Millennium Falcon. So, I mean, you know, made the Ultima series. Oh! Lord British. Lord British? King British? Is that Richard Garrett? Right, yeah, no, I'm familiar with the guy. I wasn't aware that he had tried to kickstart like a... Was that like a follow-up to Ultima?
On Mars. I'm gonna need you to grab some armor and secure your pistol before I can pass you through security. Okay, grab your gear. Now you're ready for combat. Let me do a radio test. MarsSec radio check. Excellent. Good signal. Looks like you've been assigned the decommissioned comm facility. Just follow the main passage through the underground junction, then straight out. You'll have a quick evac. And what better way to see the Martian surface than to run across it? Okay.
Run across the Martian surface. It's annoying how long the start of this game is, and I've already sat through it once. You know, they could just let, you know, give you an option. Normally I complain in a video game where if I die it comes up and says, do you want to lower the difficulty? I usually object to that, right? This time it would have been nice to have.
Hey, you're looking for the scientist, right? I'm not sure you want to find him.
Whoops.
Listen, Scotty. I've done this a million times. It's not that hard.
Why don't you crawl your fat ass down
Whoops.
here and do it yourself? Hey, what the hell's going on up there?
PDA.
This is Grant Baston, the Environmental Services Supervisor.
Can I read it? "531. Made a new Ultima game, but EA owned the Ultima rights. Ah. Well, you know, if you're making something based on someone else's IP, an IP owned by someone else, and then, you know, you take that thing and you basically redo the like, you create a brand new IP using the thing that you made that was originally based on someone else's IP. That's fine. You know, that's the difference between like Bloodborne Kart and Nightmare Kart. That's fine. He's well within his right to, you know, make an Ultima game go, shit, I'm not allowed to use the Ultima name anymore. Fuck it, let's make something else. Yeah, he's well within his right to do that. But if he was saying, I'm going to make an Ultima game and using the Ultima name in his Kickstarter, then no, he wouldn't have permission to do that. Even if You wouldn't have permission to do that even if... where am I going with this? He wouldn't have permission to do that because he doesn't own the IP. Now, he could make a Kickstarter and say, this game is like Ultima. He could say, I am Lord British, the original creator of Ultima, and I'm looking to create something that is the next step in Ultima, like the next, you know, the way forward or whatever. Just out of curiosity, will there be any game reveal streams soon? Are there any big events coming up? Let me think. Not that I'm aware of. There is, for this month, there is a level 5 event happening. Game publisher level 5, creators of Yokai Watch, Professor Layton, Inazuma 11. Got like a fair few franchises under their belt. They're doing an event that was originally intended for last month and got postponed.
Let me get this communication out. They have to be warned while there is still time. I can't let... You don't know what I've seen. You can't possibly understand...
Yeah, Level 5 is a game company, and they're doing their own sort of reveal demonstration stream. And chances are we're going to see the new Layton that we saw a teaser of either last year or the year before. Look at that. I took 2 damage. Instead of, like, 38 damage.
All units, this is Sergeant Kelly. We're under attack by an unknown enemy force. Fall back to Marine HQ to regroup.
Lord British calling, like, his in-game location or kingdom or whatever New Britannia is like Peter Molyneux calling everything... What is it? Avalon? Like, he's got no fresh ideas. And, you know. He's got no fresh ideas. King British has got no fresh ideas. Apart from level 5, what else is there? This month, I'm not sure. This end of the year tends to be pretty quiet until, like, Game Awards in like November or December. It tends to be pretty quiet this time of the year now. All the main video game reveals are in July. And then Gamescom this year was in August. There is a Gamescom Asia. So if there is potential for a DokeV announcement or reveal at like Gamescom Asia, but I can't remember when that is. I don't think it's this month. Because it would be too soon to Gamescom in Germany. Yeah, there's like an Asia Gamescom, like Gamescom Korea or China or something. I think it's in South Korea. They do a Gamescom thing in Asia, just like the one in Germany. Yeah, so the most recent game reveal stream was Gamescom in Germany. We can find out. We can look them up. Find out when they are. Because I will do all the announcement streams. Absolutely.
directly to Marine headquarters in Awake Prison.
Without being dismissive, we saw some less than exciting games. Yeah, I was overall disappointed by Gamescom's reveals. The Nintendo Direct was more interesting. I think there's something Sony soonish. Allegedly. There's something Sony soonish. It's about time they had a State of Play this year. The Sony thing will probably have Horizon in it. Nah, not really that interested. Lego Horizon, whatever it is. Probably have that. Probably have... So look for a code. Frank Delahue. $8.15. 815. Okay. So if I see a code box, try 815.
Help! Someone please! Help!
The difference between normal and hard is night and day. Like, this is a little bit too easy. But I think it will get harder. Was the Nintendo Direct the Nintendo Museum video? No, they had one afterwards that was Indie Spotlight and Partner Direct. And that... In that stream, I also watched the Sonic 3 movie trailer at the beginning. The Nintendo Museum Direct we watched at the end of... was something. Was it Gamescom? At the end of Gamescom was I like, fuck it. It's... If you have a look on my channel for a recent live stream that has Shadow the Hedgehog in the thumbnail, that starts with the Sonic 3rd movie trailer and then the Indie Spotlight and Nintendo Direct. There's not a great deal of interesting things there. The stuff that I'm most interested in will probably come to PC as well. Most interesting things was sort of like a lumpy touch looking top-down action game called Morsels. There was some sort of Airblade looking knockoff set in a desert called like Aero Drive or something. That seemed quite cool. There was plenty of things I would play, but nothing that I would like want to immediately rush out and buy. One of the best things we saw at Gamescom was Infinity Nikki, which is basically just another DokeV. It's another Korean-developed, extremely beautiful-looking third-person action game. I would recommend watching the Sonic 2 movie first before watching the Sonic 3 movie, just so you get the context for Knuckles. Because, I mean, no shit, everyone knows who Knuckles is, right? But his placement within the movie canon is interesting, and I would recommend watching the second Sonic movie for the Knuckles stuff, because Idris Elba is really good as Knuckles. He plays him as fairly stupid, which is always like a when it comes to Knuckles for me. It's like, I don't want Knuckles to be portrayed as too stupid, but at the same time, like, really gets the warrior aspect of him down. Like, basically plays him like fucking Worf from Star Trek, you know? It's basically like he's playing Worf from Star Trek with red hair and and dreadlocks. It's quite fun. It's a good treatment of the character. I think he does a particularly good job with Knuckles. Goat Simulator 3. Yeah, Goat Simulator 3 was actually shown for Nintendo Switch. Did I take damage? I thought I healed up to 100%. Goat Simulator 3 was shown for Nintendo Switch at the Indie Spotlight, and oh my god, the graphics look so bad. Always thought Knuckles was a cool badass since he was introduced. Yeah, so like, Knuckles in the movie could have done with being a little bit more badass. Like, in terms of, like, being cool. But, in terms of, like, the warrior aspect, Elba gets it. But the cool badass aspect, no. If there's any one Sonic media that isn't a video game that's got, like, the badass aspect right, it's Sonic X. And although the English version of Sonic X is an absolute bastardization of the original Japanese, what's his face? Green. Yu-Gi-Oh! Voice actor. He does a really, really, really good job at portraying Knuckles as intelligent and smart and cool. Dan Green. So by bad, what is this in reference to? Like the Goat Simulator 3 graphics? Was it like Dire Straits' Money for Nothing bad or Ninja Bread Man Billy the Wizard bad? So it's like, imagine you've got a game that has sort of fairly photorealistic graphics, and then to get that game running on Nintendo Switch, you have to turn the graphics all the way down. So the textures go all blurry like a Nintendo 64 game. You've got blurry textures. Goat models that are like really high quality, you can now see the polygons in them. And the whole thing is running at like half the frame rate, at like 15 frames. It's dreadful. If all you've got is a Nintendo Switch and you really want to play Goat Sim 3, sure, I guess it's going to be playable, but no. I certainly wouldn't play that version of Goat Sim 3 out of choice. Like, let's take, for instance, Publisher Opportunity recently, right? I played a game called Dusk Diver 2. And it looked great on Switch, but the frame rate was diabolical. And basically playing that game on stream, I basically, the whole time was saying, man, if only this was the PC version running at like 60 frames per second, then I'd be able to recommend it. New Red Letter Media Best of the Worst. Yes, I posted it in promotion, but I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. But from what I understand, going by the name, what's his name? Like Brian Farmer? Isn't that the guy who did Shark Exorcist? In which case, that's probably going to be a good video. I'm probably going to enjoy it. The Switch can do better graphics-wise if you're developing a game from the ground up with the Nintendo Switch in mind. Yes, you can wrangle some absolutely incredible graphics out of the Switch by taking advantage of using a unique art style. Make a stylish art style that will look good at lower graphical fidelity. If you try to make something that looks realistic on the Switch, that is a lot harder. All the games on Nintendo Switch that I think are really good-looking games don't use hyper-realistic art style. They use something stylized. So, for example, Super Mario Odyssey. Definitely one of the nicest-looking games on Nintendo Switch. Full stop.
Move to Marine HQ to regroup and await further orders.
Stylized. Not hyper-realistic. And when you're in one of two worlds in the game that are intentionally hyper-realistic, it's played for laughs. So it's fine. Bakeru. Togi Katsugeki Mamoru no Bakeru Oracle Saitaru no Sainan for Nintendo Switch is one of the best looking Switch games ever. The performance tanks here and there.
I can't believe I found
It's going to tank less in the English. But that is one absurdly good looking game. And that's because it doesn't go for a hyper-realistic art style. So it gets away with it.
Go for help, please.
Mm-hmm. Let me have a look. Genshin Impact, there was no Xbox version because Phil or whoever said those games don't sell. Well, Genshin does not sell. And Genshin does not sell consoles. The people who are playing Genshin on PS4 or PS5 did not buy a PS4 or PS5 to play Genshin. They can already play Genshin on their phones. So people aren't, buying a PS5 to play Genshin. People won't buy an Xbox just to play Genshin on it. So, to be honest, buying a PS5 is foolish. I don't disagree. I was incredibly lucky to be on the receiving end of the PlayStation 5. To not have to purchase one. So let's face it, by this point I wouldn't have. Did you ever play Pokemon Channel on GameCube? No. I think I had it. I think it came... Over here in the UK, I think it came bundled with Colosseum. So I had it, but no, I never played it. I was under the impression that you could get a Jirachi from the disc. So I was like, oh, I won't play it until I want Jirachi. Just in case I can only get Jirachi once. So I was like, I won't play it yet. Yabi, I know you said you're not much for a reader. I wonder what the last book you read was. It's a very good question. So, I attempted to read Five Nights at Freddy's, the first novelization. Didn't get very far in it. The last book I finished, I guess that would have been my my BAB security book. But if we're talking about an actual novel, I think the last novel I finished was Ring. I think I read Ring back in, 2016. Hey, Kong, how's it going?
Command HQ, this is Specialist Wilson. My team is gone.
It was wrong about PS5 Pro. They took PS5 Pro parts after Jim was fired. Would use them...
Stay sharp, son.
What, to build PS6? Was Ring based on the Japanese horror movie? The other way round. The Japanese horror movie was based on... Japanese horror movie was based on the novel. By Koji Suzuki. It's a 3-novel set, and I'm fairly sure only one of them has been turned into a movie. There's Ring, Loop, and Spiral. I started trying to read Loop, and I was told Loop is a sequel to Ring. So I'm like, oh yeah, all these characters I learned to love from Ring. I can't wait to hear more about them. I got like a third of the way through Loop, and nobody from Ring had showed up yet. I was like, oh, so that was a lie. And I stopped reading it. And I wish I'd gone back to it. I guess before Ring in 2016, I guess the last novel I would have read was Assassin's Creed Renaissance then, or what? One of the Assassin's Creed novelizations, possibly Renaissance. I think I read 2 of them. The Oliver Bowden Assassin's Creed novelizations. Okay, the Assassin's Creed games don't particularly have the world's best story, and they've especially been fumbled by Ubisoft over the years. But Bowden's novelizations are really good. For video game novelizations, they are really good. PS5 Slim digital Genshin bundles. Some dude bot with the name like user 4252672 commented, "You can't hide from your lawsuit forever." To a certain extent, when you're, you make a YouTube channel, you release like 6 videos on it, someone comments, "Hey, aren't you the Nintendo guy?" and you change your name. From the outside, it can look like you're trying to hide from it a little bit, innit? Like, I'm not saying that's the case, but I could totally see where people are coming from. Oh, shit! Satisfying. Looking for a PDA, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Owner of the PDA, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Please give me a PDA. Did I pick up a PDA and I just didn't notice it? I've already got treatment. Have a look. Grant Baston. 5-3. No, I've read that one. And pick up the code. Remember listening to audio logs. Do I have to?
This is Mark Stanton, Manifest Controller, currently stationed at Mars City. I'm not sure who to send this to, so I decided to send it to quite a few people. If you're on the recipient list, please take a moment to review this report. It is quite important. I'm very concerned over the shipping procedures out here. I am the Manifest Controller, and as such, I need to be informed of everything coming in and out of Mars City.
Yeah, but do you know the code?
Someone here is subverting my position and preventing me from getting data on things being shipped. This is unacceptable. Not only could this reflect poorly on my upcoming review, but this is my job and I'm tired of being out of the loop. I have no idea who keeps telling the shipping crews to allow things in and out without allowing me to produce or procure the manifest. But whoever it is, it must stop. One of the dock workers actually told me to piss off when I tried to stop one of the last containers from going straight to Delta. I immediately filed a report and will follow up with the transit manager next time I see him. End of log.
There was no code in that. Steam removed my "found a fool" comment because he reported it. Oh, that fella. Oh, do you reckon it's him, like, going, oh, you're hiding? Do you reckon it's him? Someone don't like you because you said something about their precious Nintendo once. .584. But that's in Marine Command. So that's not the one in Medical. We can try it. But I don't think it's the right one. Sexbot harassment 404. What? I did no such thing to my sexbot. She's programmed to enjoy it. Anyway, Doom. Marine HQ! I saw it like a couple of seconds ago. 584. It's the doors. Why do the doors sound like monsters screaming? YouTube should just send 6 waves of sex spots after people who get timed out. I don't get timed out. But I want a sex bot. In fact, I want 3 waves of them.
Connection established.
Marine, I can't believe you're still alive. I'm unable to return to Mars City. All passages out of the Delta complex have been blocked. I'm setting up a command post.
I wonder if the people who worked on this game watched Event Horizon.
From Delta Central Authority and communicate with other
When was
Marine
Event
teams.
Horizon? Was it before this came
It's your
out?
mission to link up with Bravo team and get that
Doom 3
transmission
was
sent.
like
Head toward Alpha.
2000 and...
It's the fastest way to find them. I'll update your PDA security clearance from here. Good job. And good luck, Marine.
I'm excited for Bakeru. It is a little bit concerning that, you know, Keymailer hasn't issued the Bakeru keys yet. I keep hoping that they're gonna come through for us. Let me have a look. All requests recently declined. Nope, it's still all P-Cube stuff. So, the key request is still active. I'm hoping. I wonder if they're gonna. Because with a lot of publishers, as soon as their Steam game gets announced or revealed, a Keymailer page like sort of goes up for them automatically, regardless of whether they're going to offer keys or not. But I don't think that's the case with Bakeru, because it specifically states but the keys will be available upon the game's
Run across
release.
any operational sentry bots, use them. Those guys pack a lot of firepower.
You mean the one I talk about in my channel intro, where I uploaded in 2009 New Super Mario Bros. Wii and got sued for it? Who's hiding, Martina? Where are my testicles, Summer? That's what you reminded me of there. Where are my testicles, Summer?
The UAC is here to help you.
Right, here's the jump
Psychological
scare.
services are free
It's at a different point than I was expecting. So silly. That little scare is so silly. It's a little friendly robot. Good boy. I'm a tad concerned that little spider robot, you know, is packing weaponry like that. I find the new Demo Derby Echo model super cute. You should use her more. The model was created by a Twitter and Blue Sky user by the name of Liu Sagi. Highly recommend checking them out. So they do great work. I think they were involved with one or two like big releases as an artist. Can't remember what games exactly they've worked on, but you know, check them out. That model I got essentially as a prize in a sweepstakes. I entered a competition, like a lottery draw, and won, and the prize was LOL stream dying. I haven't dropped any frames. That must be you. Oh, I want in there. It was a competition, and the prize was basically a V-Roid model. And I requested specifically a pirate variant for making the show Abandon New Eras, which I'm still planning to re-release. Okay, take care, Jacob. I'm still planning to eventually release Abandon New Eras, but for the meantime, I thought, you know, I got this excellent model here that was created by this Twitter user. I should really make use of it, so I slapped my outfit straight on the V-Roid file and went, fits, close enough. Exported it, chucked it into VC Face and went, yeah, this'll do for Demo Derby. So it was sort of like a bastardized version of their model, but it just goes to show how good their model was, that even with me making edits to it, it still looks great. Which means it's a very good model. Hey, Matzo, how's it going? Doom really bringing out all the viewers today. You love to see it. How's it going, Matzo? Congratulations on reviving Sharkbot today. For viewers who don't know, SharkBot is a Discord bot that Matzo was working on that, you know, we like to buy a lot of, you know, key bundles and things. So often a lot of us on the Escape Route Discord have Steam keys laying around, duplicates of games that we already own. So the idea was to create a bot that that you can pump full of duplicate keys, and then people can request a key from this bot, and basically it's a way to share Steam keys without just like going, hey, do you want it, and posting it in DMs. Like it that's the concept behind SharkBot. And it's nice to see SharkBot back up and running. Just got back from work. Yeah, work. This is an interesting situation I find myself in. Entirely of my own doing. I am this close to full-on retiring and just becoming a live streamer and content producer. There are people out there that are very supportive of me and will allow me to do that. Looking for a replacement job? You could try working for Yodel. Yes. SharkBot is a safer distribution method to get rid of keys that would otherwise be wasted, that prevents people from abusing their existence. Yeah, because every key that's taken, you know, does SharkBot keep... You were saying SharkBot doesn't keep a log at the moment, but you can see it in the command window. I'm not sure what I can do at Yodel. You can go, yodeling. Learning coding. Learning coding would not be a bad shout. If an opportunity like that shows up from the job center, I will take it. If they're like,
I'm telling you now, Doctor, the UAC is taking over this operation.
Operation?
Didn't I shoot that guy?
Is that what you're calling it?
The situation is out of control.
It's not out of control, Swan. You are. I'll manage this, and you and your flunky will be taking control of nothing. Do you understand?
Yes, Betruger. I think I do understand.
Okay, plan B.
And, you know, our main character, Marine, heard that, because he's got very good hearing. He's a good boy that ate all his carrots. His hearing is very good.
Formerly designated Phase 1 by the Union Aerospace Off-World Research Division. The Alpha Labs began construction on October 29th.
Playing this just makes me miss Prey. But Prey 2006 is another one of those games that, like, I really wouldn't just, you know, play it again. I might check out the more recent Prey, i.e. the one that is Prey in name only. I do want to check that out. Usually only rely on SMG. Oh, to be fair, I have a lot of SMG ammo. Should probably make some use of it. Da-da-dun. Boom. Bruh! Right. Do I have a code for this one? Duncan Matthews. No. Yeah, you can keep the SMG. Discord has updated their homepage again.
Don't stop, buddy. There's nothing you can do for me.
Okay. There's nothing I can do for that guy.
Access denied.
Locate the PDA of Philip Banks. A survival crafting LOTR game was released last week. Was it released, or was it released on more platforms? Are you talking about Return to Moria? In which case, that came out around about this time last year on PS4 or PS5. And more recently, it's come to more platforms. I got a key for it back then, and I didn't play it. And I should have. So if you're curious about it, I can slot it into a live stream. You want to see, like, my reaction to it. It's crossplay now, but I don't have PlayStation Plus or whatever it is. If I don't need it, then, you know, I can play it crossplay. All ended. Oh, this was the room they were having that communication. Whatever it was that was of interest, they've taken with them. Hogwarts Legacy finally came to a price I can accept. 18 euros. Is that on Steam? Get it. It's good. I bought it when it came out, and I kind of wish I hadn't, because, you know, it wasn't a full price game as far as I'm concerned. But I enjoyed it. It was good. I'm available for Death Stranding now. That cruise is over. Death Stranding tomorrow? What do we think? Start Death Stranding tomorrow? I am occupied in the afternoon, but 4 till 11. It's like 4 in the afternoon to 11 at night. Okay. I could probably do, like, 3 hours in the morning. Yo, is that a pinky? I think that was meant to be a pinky. Had the little robot legs, like in the Doom movie. Which is a good movie, by the way. Don't let people tell you otherwise. It's great. Carl Urban's great. I think Rosamund Pike's in it. She's great. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is great in it too. It's peak. It's up there. It's a good video game movie. It's a video game movie done right. It's got like one of my favorite Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson lines ever recorded on film. Carmack's condition is irreversible. Carmack's condition is that he's dead. So it's a solid film. That's why I hate nano walls. It's so quotable as well. And then that entire segment at the end with the Berserk is so good. That first person segment. Such a nice touch. I like it. I like it a lot. As far as like video game movies go, it big fucking gun. Yeah. That is a good line. It's the biofusion gun. Big fucking gun. It's a solid movie. It checks out. It ticks all the boxes. It does sort of mess with Doom lore a little. But, you know, with the whole, like, it's not hell, it's like human chromosomes have been modified or whatever. Like, okay, I get that people are upset over that. It is a bit dumb. But I can accept that video game movies do, you know, deviate from the source material a little. I think they might have been a little bit worried that they would be accused of, you know, copying Event Horizon. Thursday and Friday. Yeah, Thursday's fine. Wednesday, I am on a trip to the seaside. It was already pre-booked. Oh, it's a Gatling gun. Okay. Okay, that was nice. Anyway, back to the shoddy. Got a trip to the seaside. It's a seaside I've never been to, so
Phase 1 by the Union Aerospace Off-World Research Division.
you know, it's new. It's new sights, new sounds. And it'll take my mind off everything that's going on RN. Everything that's going on RN, IRL. The other Doom movie is fine. I haven't seen it. I didn't see it because it wasn't directly related to the first Doom movie. Like, it's not same director, you know, same vibe, you know, it's different. So I kind of didn't watch it for that reason. Did enjoy the first Doom movie though. It's definitely up there. If I do like a video game movies tier list, I can see the Doom movie being a solid. Like, it's that good. Would I call it an S tier movie? No. I think an S tier movie respects the source material more. The Doom movie could do with slightly fewer in-jokes and, you know, more actual respect in the source material. But it's up there. Let's say high end, which, for a video game movie, that's really good going. Because, you know, if we're talking like Legend of Chun-Li, we're looking at like D tier, right? So for every Doom movie, there's like 5 Legend of Chun-Lis. It'd be a great excuse to finally watch the Tekken movie, because I've been putting that off. The live-action Tekken movie. The one that was in production hell for absolutely forever, had like 16 writers. Okay, that's an exaggeration, but... a John Wick-style Max Payne movie. A John Wick-style Doom movie. I would like to see a... Hardcore Henry style Doom movie. Yeah. We have a bit of it. I'm saying like the whole thing.
This is the audio log of Director William Banks, dated October 5th,
Philip Banks.
2145.
Oh, I found William Banks' PDA.
It's been brought to my
Okay.
attention by environmental services
I need it
that
for
the
something. I've
recent
forgotten
power
what it
grid
is.
changes have caused many non-critical systems to malfunction. The report explains that this is due to either intermittent power outages or lower than optimal voltage input. It also says that sufficient power distribution to all non-critical systems is becoming more difficult to maintain, thanks to Dr. Petruger and his so-called optimizations to the energy stored in and around the facility. I assured the director of ES that I would file a report with central authority over this.
Things are getting freaky deaky Dutch now. Yeah. Red Lightning. Alpha Labs access. Did he have a code? Let me guess. The UA Corp website has like a fucking code on it or something. Or did back in the day. That's right. I needed a PDA for a door over here. Proto-Land may be in danger. Oh, this is the title you were working. That's not good news. Proto-Land. That reminds me. Could we consider Prototype a horror game? Does Prototype fit the bill? I kind of want to play Prototype. I played it for like a couple of hours shortly after it came out. I had a cracked PC version originally that didn't have any of the FMVs. So things in the game, like a lot of things in the game didn't make any sense. And then I tried to play a little bit of it on Xbox 360 when I finally got a copy, like 12 years ago or whatever.
Reaching the communication facility quickly is imperative.
That counts as a horror game, right? Yeah, I would be planning to play it on Xbox 360 because Gamer Score. And to be honest, I just really like the way games feel and run on the 360. This is something I've sort of come to a realization of now. Playing 360 games on stream is like, this is the last console I think I loved. You know? It's like the last console I think I loved. So where possible, I want to play stuff on this console. Even if it gives me an inferior experience to, like, playing a modern PC version. Ah, you've got the same thing but for the PS3. Yeah. It's... like... maybe what I'm about to say is a little bit inaccurate because, you know, the PS2 was pretty big. But the statement I'm going to make, you'll probably find something to agree in it, even if you think it applies more to the PS2. I would say that this generation, Xbox 360 and PS3, is when gaming was at its most ubiquitous. In a sense that, like, everybody had an Xbox 360 or a PS3 that was a major gamer at the time. Like, everybody had either one or the other or both. Gaming got huge. Games were no longer selling in hundreds of thousands, they were selling in millions. That particular generation saw, you know, Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, Minecraft. Grand Theft Auto 5 and Minecraft still some of the biggest selling video games to this day. During that generation, I feel, is when the largest amount of sort of new gamers was, like, born. You know what I mean? Yeah, Halo 3, Uncharted was huge. Uncharted 2 was huge. Little Big Planet. I feel like the Xbox 360 and PS3 generation was like the first generation where gaming was truly everywhere. Like the air we breathed was saturated with video games during that time. That's the way I feel about that era of gaming. Like, the PS3 was pretty big, right? There's no doubting that. San Andreas was, at the point of San Andreas' release, like, one of the best-selling video games of all time. GTA 3 was huge for selling games consoles. And as Matzo says, Buzz, Guitar Hero, SingStar, iToy. It is very easy to apply what I said about games consoles being ubiquitous with the PS2 era. But with the PS2, it was like almost everybody had a PS2. Not that many people had a GameCube or an original Xbox compared. But if we take the generation that was Nintendo Wii, Xbox 360, PS3, those consoles were so fucking ubiquitous that, you know, everybody had one of them. It was when you went from going to electronics boutique / game station to buy a game versus going to the supermarket, going to Asda and picking a game up off the shelf. Like, it was at that point that gaming was, you know, in the supermarkets. video games were in your local co-op. You would go to Netto, Scandinavian for value, and you would pick up Night at the Museum 2 for a $5 on Xbox 360. Like, that was the era where, you know, things were so everywhere. That's how I feel about that generation. And that's why, you know, I enjoy digging into, you know, old Xbox 360 games, PS3 games, that's why I enjoy digging into that stuff, because, as you say, massive backlog of games from that generation that I couldn't play at the time, because they were just so expensive. A lot of them are still so expensive now, thanks to collectors and junk. The project is building. Protoland lives. 14 collection cones and 5 trays. Do you reckon that's our code? No. Just environmental noise. Environmental effect designed to creep me out.
Warning. EPD laser active.
Yeah, Skyrim was huge during that time. The fuck? Asshole! Do you imagine sneaking around the Large Hadron Collider like that? Assassin's Creed? Yeah, Assassin's Creed was fucking huge when that came out. That was like 2008. That really was the generation when gaming was everywhere. Like, for the first time, video games sort of left that, oh, they're just for kids mentality. People took the medium seriously. And yes, part of that was due to, you know, the framework that Rockstar Games laid with, like, GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. Like, when I say that gaming was, you know, widespread and everywhere in the Xbox 360, PS3, Wii era, I'm not, like, trying to downplay the work of Rockstar and, you know, Hideo Kojima with Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. Like, those were huge releases. They did play a big part in, you know, making people take video games seriously. A lot of early games do go out of their way to be interesting. That is true. PS2 era gave us games like Katamari Damacy that I still love. You know, Japan was having a lot of fun with like PS2 era. You'd get your Pointy's Point, you'd get your Shadow Tower Abyss, Hungry Ghosts, like so much weird stuff coming out of Japan on PS2. Get a lot less of that in the 360 era, because once video games were selling well, I think the onus was on developers to copy what was going well, and as game development got more expensive. I think there was less bravery in video game companies, you know, less taking risks on new ideas. So you got games that were based on franchises but were nothing like their franchises, i.e. Bionic Commando, for example. Capcom's Bionic Commando, the third-person adventure game where your dead wife is inside your robotic arm. Spoilers, I guess. Or, you know, you got Dark Sector, PSBB, Pokemon Super Badass Bum. Ah, here we are.
Gas leak stopped. Fire extinguished.
Yeah, online gaming was big. PlayStation Bulletin Board. No, I haven't. Feel free to link that in the Discord. It was PSN for PS2 only in Japan. Oh, was it a Doko Demo Ishio title? Because there was a Doko Demo Ishio title where you could have your own Kuro the cat, and other people could send you messages over the internet, and you could send messages to their cat. That thing was pretty legit. I always wanted to play with that, you know. That thing was super cool. And being part of the Doko Demo Ishio series made it even cooler for me. You have like a little like garden. No, it was a software update distributed via disk for the network HDD adapter. So they actually did use the update functionality of the PlayStation 2. Because that was mostly utilized by hackers as a backdoor. The PlayStation 2 was going to have an update feature where players could download a system update to their PS2 memory. But from what I understood, Sony never made use of it. So hackers used it to boot into custom firmware instead. Which is, you know, pretty based. And that's what people use for free McBoot. It's just literally a reskin of PS2 Linux. Interesting. So PS2 Linux was a thing over here, I think. No. PS2 Linux was definitely a thing in Japan, because I watched Michael MJD do a video on PS2 Linux. That was quite fascinating. I'm getting confused with PS2, was it QBasic, which was a programming disk that was only available in Europe, that came with original PS2s. Apparently there's a bunch of exploits you can do with that disk, but it was very very nailed down to stop you doing too much fun stuff. with it. Sony were like really big on supporting Linux on stuff, and then once people found out how to use other OS on PS3 to start fucking around with it, Sony pulled the support for other OS just like that. Now I don't know if that was the inciting, like, that was the inciting action, but I believe it was because our other OS was pulled that GeoHot went, fuck it, let's mod PS3 custom firmware. And of course, the rest is history. I think it was because other OS was pulled. Made the PS2 very media-centric. Interesting. A media center, like media center software for the PS2. That is a fascinating idea. I'm not sure I'd have much use for it because, you know, the PS2 isn't HDMI. My PS2 HDMI adapter, there's no way it's gonna do like a media center software any justice. So I probably wouldn't be able to make use of it, but it is great that that's been backed up for people to play with. Oh, for music? Oh, maybe then. I can see that being useful. From what I understand, Garlips is planning to pick up a PlayStation 2 for running like weird Japanese games and games off of USB and SD card and all this other stuff. Me, Gongaga, I'm happier with emulation for the most part. There's a few games that don't emulate all that well that I might borrow his PS2 to play, but generally speaking, I'm more of an emulation guy. Hey, Draven! Awesome, it's wood. It's 3 wood. I started on the hardest difficulty that was available. Hated it. Moved on to normal, and now it's fine. It's quite enjoyable now. It's got a good got a good pace to it. Gunplay's solid. Like, I didn't like this when I first tried to play it many years ago. It didn't really do anything for me, Doom 3. But now I think I can appreciate it a lot more. I think because, you know, my taste in shooters is I like id Tech stuff now. E-Wood. Like, it's the moment-to-moment gunplay is really satisfying, and one thing that definitely improves it is having a flashlight that isn't a separate inventory item. B Harvey, B lip shits. Quake 4, Xbox 360 launch time. So Quake 4, I was gonna play so many times. I feel like I have it, but yet I haven't seen it on my shelves. Which makes me wonder if I'm imagining it. 360 quick. Q. Quake Wars. Right. I don't have Quake 3. I definitely... Quake 4. Quake 3? Quake 4. I did originally have Quake 4. So I wonder if that's one of those titles that disappeared in the Great Rot. The 360 version has Quake 2 in it. Mine? It would be the first I've heard. That's not to say it doesn't. I mean, this comes with Doom 1 and Doom 2. So it might have set a precedent. Oh, there's some sort of geometry I'm clipping through here.
Oh, you startled me. Man, am I ever glad to see you. I thought I was all alone. It's been freaking spooky lately. The Hydrocon's blown a few circuits and is unstable. Be careful with that gun. A stray bullet into the glass shields could blow the whole area. I'm gonna try and get this thing stabilized.
George Kreitman. Seem to have misplaced my PDA and security clearance. I was adjusting the oxygen intake on the Hydrocon the other day. Wow, sirens. Wow. This time of night, and that sounded like 2 police cars. Wow. Did I just get crushed? Quake Wars is a sequel to Wolfenstein Enemy Territory. A sequel? Would it be a better idea to start a bot command channel in the Discord server? I think you have moderator permissions in there. Go ahead. Oh, this far back. Did I not save closer? Nope. I didn't. Shit. I think Greg's is shut. I'm surprised how long I've been able to have the window open tonight. It's been nice and chill. Yeah, seems I'm not talking out of my ass. Quake 4 includes 2 on 360. Interesting. I think that game is only still around the £10 mark. If I have a little lottery win, I might. Let me have a look. Sworn I had it, though. That's the thing. Could have sworn I had it. 6. That's cheap. I'm at the seaside in 2 days. No. Not in stock in the CEX that I am going to be near on Wednesday. Oh, no wonder it's cool. It started raining. Oh, that is going to bring the temperature down no end. It's been so warm today. Unbearably. I was worried, you know, because having some light going on here and having the window open, I was worried that I'd be swarmed by moths. But thankfully, that's not happened tonight. I think if I had, like, the streaming light on, but because I'm using the screen light, I think it's alright. I think I'll get away with it. Rage. Rage. You know, I've not played Rage. I turned my nose up at it at the time. My friend came home from Spain, so next week we are going on an adventure for any Guitar Hero controller we can find in the country. There was a Rock Band guitar in Faversham, along with a drum set for Beatles Rock Band Wii, but they wanted £100 for the lot, which is absurd. I've definitely seen Guitar Hero controllers hanging up in Dover Sex. But you're going to want something a bit nearer to you, I expect. I knew there was meant to be enemies in here. Oh, that petrichor is so good. Oh, that is the best part of Rain, is the petrichor. Petrichor? Streamer, what's petrichor? Well, my friends, here's your word of the day. Petrichor is the dust and detritus that's kicked up after it rains. That dusty smell after it rains, that's petrichor. And it's so good. You know, if it's been sunny all fucking day and the ground has been burned by the sun, the heavens open and it starts raining, the petrichor is so fucking good. It is like the best. Oh. That is a smell. my dude. Just like, bonk, whack me over the head. That is a smell. Asphalt on a hot day. Oh.
Oh, you startled me. Man, am I ever glad to see you. I thought I was all alone. It's been freaking spooky lately. The Hydrocon's blown a few circuits and is unstable. Be careful with that gun. A stray bullet into the glass shields could blow the whole area. I'm gonna try and get this thing stabilized. I'll head to the science office when I have this under control.
Right, this time I won't get crushed by the Crusher. Oh. Here you come. Bernie Lipshits. That's the one I needed to get into the locked door. Here. Oh. What convenient timing. Oh, it's so meaty. Over there. Fuck me. Kinda don't want to shoot either of those. Do you reckon I'm about to have like a big fight? I just picked up a ton of ammo. Oh boy. Don't really like New Doom all that much. High five. Me neither. Feel like they're missing the point, making Doom Guy some godly demon slayer instead of an angry schmuck. Also, the whole weapon combo shit in Eternal. I don't like, you know, if I want to play a game with the triangle system, I'll play Dead or Alive. Okay? You know, bullets make enemies drop, health. Melee kills on enemies makes them drop chainsaw fuel, and chainsawing enemies makes them drop ammo. No. No. I don't know, I like my first-person shooters a little more classic. Like, I like them like this, you know? This feels way more like a Doom game to me than Doom 2016 or Eternal Doom. You know, I'm not super excited for Medieval Doom, but if they had a Goblin Slayer skin, I'll be there. Be a wasted opportunity if they don't. total missed opportunity if they don't add Goblin Slayer to Doom Slayer. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. Way too many enemies at once. Now I know what that health was for.
Aerospace hopes that the creation of the hydropower will continue to make safe worlds forever.
Oh. I need a key or something first. I mean, maybe I just wasn't in the right place when I tried to play Doom 2016. I might have even tried to play it on PS4, and I think I might have been better off trying to play it on PC. I was just expecting something more like this, or like Doom 1 and 2. Alpha access elevator. Speaking of Doom, I downloaded the PC port of Doom RPG. Really, it's a brew emulator with added tweaks and modifications. I really did like Doom RPG back in the day. $2016 is fine with you? I struggled to get into 2016, let alone Eternal. I kind of liked Eternal had some like traversal stuff where you can run up walls and stuff that was cool. But like in terms of first-person shooters that do the run up walls stuff right, nice. For me, Titanfall 2. Like in terms of first-person shooter movement mechanics, the run-up walls in Eternal kind of felt like padding. I can see where you're coming from. There were definitely parts where it's like, oh, you like shooting? No, you got to run up walls for 3 minutes. But I liked that it kind of made me think a bit more about like the layout of the stages. Like Doom 2016, it's hallway, hallway, door, door, hallway, hallway, door, door, hallway, hallway. You know, oh, here's a big square room with a couple of things in it that you can jump on. Like, at the start of Doom 2016, there is an area where you're outside on the Mars surface, and the sky is orange, and the ground is orange, and it's super atmospheric. And then you go through a doorway, and it's all this. For a billion years. They start out by giving you this lovely, like, really promising outdoor scene, and then, bam, boring. At least in Eternal, a lot of what I played was sort of more exterior. Like, there was, you know, running up giant walls at least meant I was outside. I think that's why I liked Eternal a bit more. For its movement mechanics and an environment, at least. I really enjoyed Titanfall 2's campaign. That was a poll winner. When we were doing the polls last year for what games to stream, if you remember, Titanfall 2 was a winner. And the whole time I was just floored by how good that game's campaign is. Hey, hold on. What? Unisex toilets? What is this woke shit invading my video game? Right, okay, good. Haha. Any more motherfuckers wanna, like, creep up on me? They tried to put those in my secondary school. I don't think unisex toilets belong in a school. Personally. Now, if that makes me a bad person for saying that, I accept. I don't feel that unisex toilets belong in a school. It's bad enough what was going on in the boys' toilets with just boys at my secondary school. An incident happened online that made it go away in the first year. Why am I not surprised? I expressed to the head teacher of my secondary school, I think we should raise the height of the toilet cubicles because the taller students are peeking over them while the younger students were using them. To which the head teacher said something along the lines of, boys will be boys. Just like, okay. This gives me great confidence in this school. Yeah, so I can only imagine at my secondary school how bad unisex toilets would have been. Well, one of the guys who did that to me ended up being sent to jail for exactly that, so... What a wonderful school full of wonderful students. Oh shit! Oxygen! Fuck.
Been at the forefront of not only developing new technology, but pushing those developments even more.
The glass must have been damaged.
Thanks to the Hydrocon, the specialist teams asked the big question.
We got like soldiers now, like actual soldiers, or like health soldiers.
Marine, Bravo team reports they've located your position but are unable to move to your current location. Head through engineering and try to link up with them in Sector 3.
What do you reckon that PDA we picked up will have the code for this? (102). Cabinet 39, that's cabinet 38. Cabinet 39 is probably a bit further in. Oh dear God. I played a significant portion of this game before, right? None of what I have played today, like, rings a bell. I remember Spider Lady, and I remember having to run across the surface of Mars for, like, extended periods of time.
Don't shoot. I can help you. The lights are all out. I'll lead you through here and get me off this base. We can't stop. We've got to keep moving. Electromagnetic pulses have knocked out the electrical systems in this area. Watch out. A big one could knock out our lights. There's one. What was that?
I got it.
Stay close.
I killed it. I slammed it in the back of my Dragula, don't worry.
Oh, thank God it's dead.
Thank God it's dead, or God is dead.
Come on, I can't wait.
I can't wait.
Hang on. Here comes another.
I can't wait. Sorry, Gerber, or whatever your name was. What's next? Do we burn through the witches? Apparently so. This sequence is ruined by the flashlight. I get that a lot. You know? That... This version is too easy because of the flashlight. It ruins the flow of the game, and I get it. I absolutely get it. I also am a believer in quality of life improvements. And I think not having to put your flashlight away to shoot things in the dark that you can't see is a huge quality of life improvement. So... Fair? Fair. Spiders. Okay, so I was remembering correctly. There is like a big spider boss sort of coming up. The big spider lady that talks to us with her sultry spider voice. Gonna sing a Spider-Verse. I see what you did there. That was a pun on singing a verse, i.e. part of a song. And Spider-Verse, a popular movie series. Okay, a popular movie that had a sequel, I guess. Oh my god. They're not lying. The lower MFs do control. If we're calling spiders lower MFs. Oh, is it actually getting a proper sequel? Are we finally getting a proper Penis Parker role? There is a cat screaming out there. It's not ours. Ours have a nice little cute cat house that they share at night time to try and get them to bond. So someone else's cat. I know a few of the neighborhood cats. But it doesn't sound like any of the neighborhood cats. Doesn't sound like any of the neighborhood cats I know. Then again, I haven't heard them scream before. They love to milk everything. Them cats. Yeah. Oh, Disney. Yeah. I'll have a Penny Parker show, aka a Penis Parker show. In Resurrection of Evil, you can catch imp fireballs with a knockoff gravity gun. I remember you telling me something about Resurrection of Evil having a gravity gun in it as a kind of homage to how big Half-Life 2 was. That the team that worked on Resurrection of Evil managed to, like, sort of port the gravity gun into Doom 3. Oh. I vaguely remember this. I vaguely remember this puzzle. Got scammed by a monkey ball machine. That lock noise is definitely the start of the healing in Half-Life 1. Ba-doop-ch, umch, umch, umch. Boom. Spider-Man 98, Spider-Man 98, Spider-Man 98, Spider-Man. Oh. Excuse me? How is that fair? Oh, the tickets from the machine never dispensed. Oh, that's bad. Oh, you can't actually lower it. So you've just got to hope that it's not going to bounce off.
Toxic gas levels decreased 50%.
Yeah, most arcades have, like, extremely ridiculous ticket requirements, especially over here. And then they'll list prizes like iPad, or iPhone, or Xbox One. And, like, it's 10 billion tickets, and it must be checked by a third party, and you will get your prize within 6 to 8 months, and
Toxic gas is cleared. Waste is...
you know you're never getting an Xbox One or an iPad or whatever. Blow up novelty pool float. I want one.
Marine, you gotta pick up the pace. We got more men down. Bravo team.
Gotta pick up the pace. I'd have got it done faster if the, you know, if I wasn't required to do some dumb puzzle. Just because Carmack's condition is that he's dead. Fucking Carmack. Let me in. Abuse the drinks package. Well, it's better to abuse the drinks package than something else. Let me in. Invisible fucking wall. The screens were done to better effect in Prey. It's flashing a PDA. Do I have the code for this one? Kind of don't pay attention to every PDA I pick up. George Pultis! Gammon steak be a thing. Like a beef steak, but from the pig. I try not to eat a great deal of pork nowadays. It's not a religion thing, because I'm agnostic. It's more that, like, pork is a known carcinogen. And for whatever reason, my body does struggle with pork products, so there. It was on the menu as beef. Oh. Are you sure it was pork? steak blasted in hog fat. I don't know how I feel about that. If that shotgun fired a little bit faster, I would want to marry it. It's that good. This many enemies is just padding you. When you catch me up in the place, you don't want me to call with a gun in your face? Got him. Godzilla -1. Isn't that like Godzilla? Dance for me, Colin. Oh, he's dead. Sounded like a Banjo-Kazooie character. The black and white version is called Godzilla -Color. Oh. What's the point of coming here if I'm just going to lose all the stuff I picked up? Like, Alan Wake does this exact same thing. It'd be like, ooh, collectible weapons. They're hidden. It's a hidden cache that I had to find. Look at all this ammo and flares. And then 10 seconds later, oh, because you activated this specific secret, we've spawned 17 enemies that are alerted to your presence. Like, don't punish the player for exploring. Wait. There is a black and white version, and it's called Godzilla minus color. You're not just, like, making a classic Vlad joke. This isn't a Vlad original. It's real. Godzilla minus color is real. I see. My chat thinks I'll believe anything they tell me. That's alright. I believe you. It's just... I guess I don't really care if it's in color or not. I'm going to watch it either way. Fuck! The pinky is the weakest finger. So why isn't the pinky the weakest demon? You imagine me trying to do this on hard? I made the right decision starting over. Alpha Labs 1, Alpha Labs 2, Alpha Labs 3, Alpha Labs 4. Like, bruh, how many Alpha Labs do you need? They're called the Alpha Labs, not the Beta Labs. Not the Gamma Labs, not the Delta Labs. This isn't a terrible port.
Marine, I was able to locate your position. Core comm systems are beginning to malfunction and shut down. Massive service disruptions throughout the entire base. I don't know how long I'll be able to track you. Bravo team has just entered the N-Pro plant. Pick up the pace. You aren't far behind.
It's a more aggressive Japanese reboot in response to the new cinematic Universal BS with King Kong. Right. King Kong's going to be an interesting one. I'm thinking about King Kong as a potential tier list.
I'm trapped in here. Release the door locks and get me out. Thank you.
Thanks for getting me out of there. I got trapped in the chamber when the power went out. I don't know what's going on here. I don't understand why none of the systems are responding. I'm going to try to get an uplink into the main system from here. This is a secure terminal. I might be able to get a connection.
Good luck.
I'm going to stay here. I can lock the door after you leave. I think I'll be safe.
Zero is not a valid number on door code.
Security log number 3072 for Delta Security Chief Michael Abrams, November 15th, 2145. I've just come from the Armament Division where I was issued one of the new BFG 9000 series weapons.
Ooh.
Well, they weren't kidding about how much lighter it is over previous prototype models.
Is Shin Godzilla any good?
This one around.
I don't know. I have it on DVD. I
Now,
got it like
many of
shortly
the
after it
security
came out,
teams
and then
have
I
been
never
following
watched it.
proper reporting procedures. Not sure if it's the format of the new SIR, so I'll make sure each team is scheduled by training division to get spun up on the new reports. There have been some security issues in the Alpha Labs. I sent a team over to investigate, and now I can't reach them on any comm channel. Guess I'll have to go over there myself. Well, I'm headed over there now. I'll finish the security report in full when I get back. Oh yeah, one more thing. I'm gonna leave this BFG locked in my office for now. Please have IT security change my door code to 901. Sure as hell don't need anyone messing around with it. Chief Abrams, end of log.
Fuck. I can't go back. 901. So 931.
Hey, you! Can you... What?
Splink. Yoinky sploinky. Oh, so you get punished for killing him. You also get an achievement for killing him. Can't even get in that room unless you let that guy live.
Hey, you! Can you help me? I'm trapped in here.
How'd you get there so fast?
Thanks for getting me out of there. I got trapped in the chamber when the power went out. I don't know what's going on here. I don't understand why none of the systems are responding. I'm going to try to get an uplink into the main system from here. This is a secure
931. I need further into the level then, so I didn't miss out on the BFG. Alright. That's fine. I didn't actually miss out on the BFG. Okay. These spiders are the worst. Like, I was enjoying the game up until these. Okay.
Marine, base schematics show all passages out of your area blocked. The only way through is by traversing the EFR.
The GFR. I vaguely remember this. Okay, we're getting close to where I remember playing up to.
Activating the system will get you a direct route, but it's dangerous. Extending the service bridges is safer, but the lighting systems are fried. Make it short. Good luck.
Vaguely recall a mobile version of Doom 3 that might have been an on-rail shooter. This way. Oh, they just don't make them like this anymore. I ask, because I'm not sure. They ever make shit like this anymore? New gospel, homie. Take 6 and take this, haters. I genuinely remember none of this, though. Maybe I took a different route last time I played. I don't remember this. Do remember a boss, though. I do remember a big spider boss in this area. Oh my god. The player recently found a health screen. Oh, they found a health screen, did they? Oh, let's take all their health away then. Oh, that sounds like a really good idea. Oh, yes, let's punish them for being a player that finds secrets. Oh. Where are some of these enemies coming from? They're just, like, magically spawning out of the fucking ether. Yep, I remember that room. That's the spider boss. Spawn an enemy right behind the player during the screen transition. That seems fair. No, I wasn't ready yet. You can't decide that for me. I was thinking I might stop after this boss. Or I could stream literally all night. No, I do have this appointment with the job center in the afternoon tomorrow. I'd like to make sure I got all my emails and documentation in order. Even though I know it's going to result in a sanction, I need to make sure I have my case all prepared. You know? This is what I did. This is why I did it. So I probably should stop fairly soon. So let's take out the spider. In trouble? I walked away from a job. Today, I walked away from a job. I walked away because I applied for a job that I didn't want. I applied for a job that my heart would not be in. I applied for it because the expectation is that I have to apply for everything that I can feasibly do under universal credit. And then essentially the start date wasn't clear, the start time wasn't clear. I sent an email to the person in charge on Saturday, and they did not respond until Monday afternoon, when they told me that I should have been there at 5 AM yesterday morning. Well, this morning, because it's technically still today. And I spoke with my parents and my close family, and I said, will you back any decision that I make? They said yes. So I emailed the guy and said, nope, you won't see me tomorrow morning at 2:30 for training, because I'm walking away from this job. But thank you for the opportunity, though. And as a result, I will probably be sanctioned. If not, my universal credit will be shut down. And I don't care. I'm standing up for myself for once. That was remarkably easy. Wait. I said to the guy essentially, you know, there's no point me coming to work for you and doing this job if my heart's not going to be in it. Because you are going to get a terrible result. And it's not fair on you, and it's not fair on the rest of the team. So now is the time to walk away before, you know, I end up having to leave. And so be it. It is what it is. The decision has been made. There's not much I can do about it now. I don't know if he passed the message on to the people down at the sorting depot, or if they're going to try and ring me at 2:30 in the morning this morning. It won't succeed, because I've got Do Not Disturb turned on. That's for them to figure out. It's their shit communication that led to the confusion in the first place. So they can work it out amongst themselves. They clearly run such a good ship down there that all year they've been advertising this same position on the DWP website since January. They're constantly looking for people down there. Why? Why are they constantly looking for people down there at the sorting depot? And the answer is because they're doing a terrible fucking job of managing. They engage in terrible quality communication with their staff.
Warning. Coolant rod 2 offline. Main reactor operation temperature exceeding safe levels.
Right. Well, thank you very much for coming today. I definitely needed this live stream to take my mind off everything that's going on, and it has helped immensely. Thank you very much, everybody who has turned up today. Matzo, Vlad, Draven, Jacob, and anybody who has been watching, who hasn't been taking part in the chat. I appreciate you being here. I really do, especially during this tumultuous time where I'm figuring out what it is I should be doing and how I'm going to progress forwards. Just having you here to help me figure that out, even just as a warm presence in the background, keeping me sane, it is appreciated. It absolutely is. I am going to go and try to get some sleep. Not moving back to Stoke. Ooh. It's a transitional period for a lot of us at the moment in the Escape Route Discord. I might put in an hour into Fortnite and do some dailies. I don't know. Anyway, thank you very much for coming. I guess the plan going forwards now is to look for the work I'm genuinely interested in. That way, I will actually put the necessary effort into landing that work. Increasing the focus on video content and live streaming to keep myself busy, to keep myself occupied. And in doing so, maybe we'll grow this thing we have going on here. I definitely am toying with the idea of sometime soon doing a live stream for like 2 hours where I just sort my YouTube comments by oldest to newest. Like, YouTube comments that I have not replied to, from oldest to newest, and just replying to YouTube comments for a stream. I think that might be fun, because then we get the context of what video it is. And, you know, have you ever had the creator of a video comment on a comment you left, and then you went back and you watched the video again? Could bring some growth. Bakeru launches at, I think, 7 a.m. tomorrow, I think. Either way, that means there's going to be a lot of players who are going to want to find the collectibles. My collectible guide is available on my channel. YouTube watch time increases if somebody has the video paused. So if somebody is using that video to help themselves find the collectibles all the time that video is paused and they've got that window active, that's going to be counting towards the YouTube watch time. So I am expecting that collectibles video to explode. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I guess you'll see me tomorrow evening, night, with something. Possibly not Doom 3. Maybe we'll leave it a day and come back to Doom 3 on, like, Thursday night. Come back on Wednesday night for Doom 3. I think that's probably a safe bet. Yeah, Thursday onwards for... if we did 3 Doom 3s, we might beat Doom 3 in time for... No. Let's pace it out. Maybe Raging Loop tomorrow night. That sounds like a safe bet. Raging Loop tomorrow evening. Yeah. Raging Loop. So, yeah, Raging Loop tomorrow night. And sometime soon, maybe Thursday, starting Death Stranding. Director's Cut. Well, my television is telling me it's time to stop because I've got a message on screen that says power off in 200 seconds unless you press something. So I'm going to take that as my cue to go. Thank you very much for coming to an Escape Route Spooky Streams Doom 3 BFG edition. Until next time, if we live that long, take care. It's time to stop! Bye-bye.